All right, I'm heading out in the field today to make some Calotype negatives, and I've got a whole stack full of iodized paper here that I do this up in batches. I've got 2 sheets out here. I've got 2 holders ready to go, and you can see in the corner here I nipped that just a little bit to let me know which side is the emulsion side. So what I do is after I iodize, I come over here and I trim it on the hang line. This is the hang line right here. This is where I hang it from, but after I get to this process and I put it through the silver bath, I actually cut that because I come out, and I'll show you that in a second. Here's a silver bath glass tray. I silver these just like you would other historic processes, even like wet plate, and creating silver iodide, and we're developing with gallic acid. That's the historic way of going about this. So anyway, I sensitize this and I wash it in distilled water, and then I bring it out and I blot it quickly between a few sheets of blotting paper, and then it goes in the paper safe for about a half an hour minimum, longer. It can go in there longer, it doesn't matter. I even left them in there overnight and shot them the next day, that's fine. And then what I do is I take my wet plate holders and I sandwich the sensitized Calotype between 2 sheets of glass. These are just blank sheets of glass that I actually shoot on for wet plate, but I use 2 of them. I sandwich them together, put the backing on, slide it in, and then I'm ready to go out in the field and shoot. I can actually do this in the field too, by the way. I wouldn't want to develop out in the field simply because of the fact that I've got I got to heat up chemistry and stuff like that. So because my process is a little bit unique. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. It's first thing, super early in the morning before daylight. So I'm going to get this done. And the way I kind of plan it, it doesn't quite take that long, but I figure it's about 45 minutes to an hour to prep 100%, to get the negatives ready to go and go out in the field. And then I'm going real lean today. I've got the Chamonix on, the 11.5-inch burrito. See, I've got the dark cloth, focusing loop, meter, etc. Just in a little tote. I'm going to take it like that. The tripod's in the back of the truck. This is my full field kit here with all these cases, but I know what I'm doing today. I know where I'm going. I know I want that lens. I know specifically, so I'm traveling super light today, which is awesome. So I'm going to get these done, get them loaded, and then I'm going to head out in the field and I'll show you around out there. I'm hoping for sunlight. The Calotype process absolutely loves as much light as you can throw at it. It's very unique in that way. I can't do that with any other type of analog negative medium, or quite frankly, even digital hates, very direct, harsh light, but Calotypes just drink it up and love it. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll see you out in the field. All right, I'm on the road. The negatives were sensitized just fine and loaded into the holders. I was waiting for the sun to come out because, as I mentioned, these Calotypes absolutely love as much sun as you can throw at it, but it's unlike any other photography process. So anyway, it's bright sun. It's currently about 12:15 here, and I'm going to work my way back to an area called Siloam Springs, which is just a few miles from the darkroom. And I'm heading over there now, and I'll get to this first scene and I'll show you around. All right, we're on our way to this first scene, and I just want to mention a couple things. First of all, I spend the vast majority of my time out scouting, and probably the smallest amount of time of any of the tasks in the workflow is actually, photographing, I guess. I was just thinking about, like, well, really I just open the lens cover on the end of the lens, and that's the shutter, right? So yeah, the least amount of time that I do of anything in the entire workflow is actually photographing the scene. There's so much time, so much effort put into just finding the right scene that matches the narrative of the work, and just resonates with me, that aligns with what I'm trying to communicate. I just go out here on the landscape and I spend time with these trees, and I just think, and I actually just talk out loud, and I spend this time, and I just really just try and get these emotions out and trying to map everything out. And so that's what I hope comes across in this work, is every technical choice I'm making is tied to the emotion and the journey that I'm on right now through this grief and that. And so hopefully it's makes sense. And if you want to read the full artist statement, you can do that at timlaytonfineart.com/Abby. But I'm going to continue on. I've still got a ways to go, and I'll update you once we get there. I'm at this first scene. This actually isn't what I planned, but this is one of my backups I forgot was over this way. So this tree here is alive. This tree over here clearly is dead. It's clearly a metaphor for what's going on, of my own emotions, not the obvious one like I'm here and Abby's gone, but it's really mirrors how I feel. Sometimes at the same time I feel alive. Sometimes I feel like I'm walking around dead. I'm surrounded by other people. It's just a mix of emotions, and that's what this is about. I metered this scene at EV 14.8, and I'm going to give this a 1-minute exposure with the 11.5 inch burrito at f4 wide open. The negative was a success. It's really hard to tell from this angle. These things are really dense. Obviously the chemistry was tuned for salt prints. I'm playing with the chemistry, but if you get in there, you can see the tree in there. So yeah, this is going to be a success. I'll come back after it has gone through finish the washing process. I have to dry it down, I have to wax it, and then I'll put it on the light table, and it'll make a lot more sense. And here it is on the light table. So yeah, this turned out pretty good. It was very soft, very ethereal, just a hint of a whisper of this dead tree behind it here. Very, very moody. So yeah, and you can see the grain, and that's the silver iodide reacting in there. You get in there and really look at this. This is going to create almost like a drawing type of effect, and that's exactly what I want. Like almost in some of this grain in here, and this silver will create like a stippling type effect. So this one's also very dense, but I'm excited to print it.